What is up, y'all? We are live. Welcome to another Wednesday night live Q&A. How's everybody doing? I had a crazy busy day at work. I got this new account that's a great big hospital, and they want me to be there on Wednesdays for clinics. And today was jam-packed. I had a pretty lengthy day. Drove through a bunch of rainstorms and you name it, but I'm all right. I'm good. Just keeping on. So how is everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully everyone brought their questions, and we'll see how it goes. It says 0 watching, but I know that there's a lot of watchers. That's crazy that hasn't refreshed for me yet. Am I live? Okay, so tell me, how's my audio and video? Anyone? Alright. LOL. I think I'm on a 15-second delay, so anytime now. 7 watching? There's more than that. Okay, I'm going to assume that you guys can all hear me because you're talking about things that I talked about. So, let's go to the chat here and see who all is here. Thanks, Mortal Slayer. Thanks, Pebs13. Thanks, Dank. Thanks, Howard Aquatics. Yeah, the tank is still in the box, Jeff. Yeah, I just haven't decided yet. I'll tell you, the other night, well, today's Wednesday, so Monday night, I asked Bob what he would do for like a community pleco tank, because I wanted to put some plecos in it. And he brought up a good point. Whenever I went out to Michigan and saw Chris Carpenter's fish room, it really did make me want to make a Shelly tank. And he brought up a good point that these frag tanks make really good Shelly tanks. So I might do that. Or I might set it up on one of those aquarium co-op block stands, and I might make it to where the bottom shelf could be like a 20-gallon long on this side and a 20-gallon long on the back side, and then put the 50-gallon frag tank on the top and still do plecos in it. What I'll probably do to start off is I'll probably put these 200 baby albinos in there to grow out. That's probably what I'll do to start. I don't know. There's so many things, like, I don't know what to do yet. Alright, let's go to the chat. We'll scroll up here and see who's first. Give the first place. Charlie was here first. What is up, Charlie? Then we had Daryl Deemer. What is up? Then Real Thing for You. He says, I'm turd. And then Dougie from Bald and Dangerous. Hope you're still here, Dougie. It's been a while since I've seen you, and I hope that you're doing well. It sure is nice to see you in the chat. Really appreciate you getting here tonight. And then we got Pam from 54 Punchy. What is up, Pam? Nice to see you. Okay, then everybody hung out for quite a while. Let's see here. Then we got Joel from New Zealand. What is up, Joel? Nice to see you, buddy. Then we got Candy Overalls. What is up, Candy? Long time no see. Let's see. Then we got Valley Fish. What is up, man? And then Dank Tanks is here. What is up, bro? Our Aquatics is in the house. What is up, Our Aquatics? Nice to see ya. Then we got Corey's Aquatics in the house. What is up, Corey? Let's see here. Jad Orsi's in the house. What is up, Jad? Nice to see ya. Pebs13 is here. Hola. What is up, Pebs13? Alright. Tampa Tom is here. What is up, Tom? Nice to see ya. Then Mortal Slayer 82 and Mary RNH2O or RNH2O, previously known as Mary RNH2O. What is up, Mary? And Mortal Slayer 82. Let's see here. All right. I think we got it all. Let's see here. The Cove is here. What is up? Nice to see ya. Karen Guppies is here. What is up, Karen? Nice to see ya. Gotta be careful scrolling too fast. Raf Cabrera is here. What is up, Raf? Adrian Castillo's here. What is up, man? Yo, the Super Reds are doing great, Jeff. Awesome. I was pretty proud of those things. You know, whenever I was talking to Mike about how I was getting them built up, I said, you know, he could always use me as a backup supplier or something like that. And his question to me was, are they nice? And I hadn't really paid much attention to it, you know. I mean, their mom and dad, I mean, the dad is really, really bright red. The mom is not bad. I think the males are usually a little more red anyhow, but whenever I brought them to Adrian, I was kind of pleased with them. I had never seen them in a bag before, just in an aquarium. And in the bag, up next to that green guppy grass, they look pretty red, so I'm pretty proud of them. All right, let's see here. Video, I just see a beard. Yeah, my beard is getting pretty large and in charge. Boy, I am way behind. Mr. B's Fishing Things is here. Brandon, what is up, man? Nice to see ya. Alright. So now it says we got 30 watching. My chat just did the freeze up. So, if I missed anyone, yeah, Jeremy's here. Sergeant Tank is hard to say as well. I want to say Sergeant Tank Pets is in the house. But what is up, Jeremy? Nice to see you, buddy. I'm digging these mobile live streams that you're doing. It's really cool. I've been learning from them. So good job out of you, buddy. Groomer Girl is in the house. And actually, I haven't seen a question yet, so this is the first question. Groomer Girl asks, any tips on weaning angelfish fry off baby brine shrimp to regular flake food? I've never kept angelfish, and I've never had any fish in my fish room, including plecos, fry, whatever it is, get stuck on one specific food. I know that Ocean Nutrition makes a brine shrimp flake, so it's got a bunch of dried brine shrimp in it, and you could, you know, smash it between your fingers, and maybe it would trick them into thinking, and then maybe every other day or so try a little bit of flake food in there with it too. I don't know. I've never had anything get stuck on one food before, but I don't feed a lot of like bloodworms and you know, black worms and different things like that. About the only live foods that I feed are vinegar eels, infusoria, and then like micro worms, and then like some of my I feed some of my fruit flies, and then like the other day I had some larvae that was trying to get out of one of my lids. I made the holes too big in one of my lids, so I took the lid off and I went and scraped a bunch of the larvae off into the tank, and my fish love those. So I don't know what to tell you there. Yep, Jeremy says thanks, buddy, bringing it back old school. Yep, it's definitely good content. Yeah, Pam says old school is sometimes best school. Yep. Okay. Dan's Fish says, Jeffro, what is your favorite piece of equipment in your fish room? Oh gosh, I really like my little kit that I bought to you know, work with plants. So it came with a straight pair of tweezers that are really long, and it came with a crooked pair of tweezers for getting down into the substrate when you're planting a plant, and then it came with some curved scissors, and then it also came with a tool that's like got a wide piece, like a triangle on one end, and a smaller piece on the other end. And I actually use those tools all the time. Like the scraper tool works good for scraping the sides of your tanks. Like if you've got a new tank that has silicone on it, you got to be careful, you know, that you don't scratch your tank, but it works good for a scraper. And then the other end, the smaller side, the little flat piece, I dip down into fry food. Like I've got some of that Northfin, I think it's Northfin, it's the same as this. Yeah, I've got some Northfin fry starter, and you just poke it down in there, and then some of it sticks to it, and then you just hold it on the tank and just click it, and a little bit of fry food goes down into the tank. For like, I've got some leopard danios right now. I've also got some zebra danios right now that are brand new too. But yeah, the leopard danios are old enough to eat the fry start, and I use those tools all the time. And I was thinking about it one day. I was like, what did I ever do before I got these scissors? Because, you know, you can just go through a tank and trim them up. But I would say low tech, that little, I guess you would call it escaping toolkit. You can get them for really cheap on Amazon, and yeah, I use it all the time. It came with a velvet bag, but I'm never able to keep it in the bag. I've always got them out using them. Like whenever I'm shoving my cotton down in my wine bottle for my vinegar eels, you know, I use the big long pair of tweezers to shove it down in there. Or like if it falls down into the bottom, I go down into it and grab it out. I mean, you're just constantly using it all the time. So Mile High Plecos is here. What is up, Mikey? Nice to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. M Howie 9 is here. What is up, M Howie? Yeah, the Miss King is really nice. Dake brings up a really good point. That Miss King, I've got it running both of my vivariums, and I like the connections on the tubing. You know, I mean, it's really adaptable. My Miss King could run up to 10 tanks, I believe, but I've just got it running 2, and it really is nice. You just set it and forget it. Bum, bum, bum. All right, we are at the bottom of the chat. So tonight is the shorter live stream of the 2 that I do every week. It's an hour long. Dan's Fish goes on right after me, and it's Q&A. So if anybody has any Q&A, I didn't put up a Instagram post at all today. I didn't put up one yesterday either. I thought I did. I typed it all out and pressed send with my phone, but it didn't go. I had a really cool shot. I fed all my shrimp tanks last night, and I had a really cool clip of that. But today, usually what I'll do is I'll post it to where everyone can kind of ask their questions on Instagram as well. But I didn't get that done today, so anybody has any questions, go for it. The Loach guy is here. What is up? Greetings and salutations, Jeffro and the Fish Fam. Greetings to you too, buddy. Nice to see ya. Yeah, Dank brings up a good point. Slacker. Well, I tried to do it right before I went live, but my battery on my phone was like 6%. And the last 3 nights in a row, my battery has died when it's that low when I try to use my camera. So I was just like, 36 people are here, and that's what I was going to do, is just get, you know, get it out there to get people here. So it's alright. It's alright. The Loach guy says, finally did that water change on the 75 gallon. Awesome. Yeah, I've been thinking really seriously here lately about doing automatic drips, and you know, redo my basement and get it all going down there, and doing some auto drips, and then just every once in a while when I have to, you know, if I needed to do a bigger water change, I could, you know, set it up to where the drains are set on a ball valve or something like that, where I could open it up wide open or something. But Sergeant Tank Pets has a question. Jeremy from Sergeant Tank has a question. Man, that's going to be hard to get used to. Where do you see yourself in 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years on the platform? Well, honestly, the way I always look at it is I'm never going to really depend on this income. Even if I did start doing really great and making some money at this, I'm never really going to depend on it, because the changes that have happened even in just the last year are pretty major compared to what they had the previous, whatever it was, 8 years or whatever. So I'm not sure. I brought it up to somebody a while back. You know, I'm really not sure that YouTube will even be here 10 years from now. So I don't know. And I'm not saying that as a negative thing. I'm just saying it as a, you know, can they sustain for that long? I don't really know. Would they sell? Would it change? Will we be switching over? I mean, I don't know. I try not to, on my YouTube channel anyhow, I try not to look that far into the future. But right now, as it sits, I don't see myself letting up any time. I've got a really good thing going. Things are going pretty smooth for me as far as getting content up and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, as far into the future as I can see, I don't think I'm going to be doing much of a change. I'll have to adapt as we go, because, I mean, just this year I had to really kick it into gear to get anywhere, you know. But anything good in life is usually hard work anyhow. Tampa Tom says, did you answer my question already? I didn't hear. How much Java Moss do you have? Okay, so my Java Moss Christmas, I don't have all that much of it. It doesn't do all that great when it's free floating. You have to really have it attached to wood or something like that. I'm building it back. I just took a great big hunk out of this 40-gallon breeder last night and put it in one of my 10-gallon aquariums. So I've got a pretty good amount, but my standard Java Moss, I've got this 55-gallon that's, you know, probably 3/4 of the way full. And then I've got a bunch in my son's 20-gallon aquarium. I started off a little over a year and a half ago or so with like a golf ball size of the standard Java Moss, and then like this 50-gallon or 55-gallon tank back here. When I bought that tank off of Craigslist, they had a great big giant portion of the Christmas moss, but it doesn't like to grow free floating. It like rots out on the bottom and stuff. So Insightful Fish Keeping is in the house. What is up, Insightful? He missed the super chat. So I had a super chat. Sorry about that, guys. Tampa Tom with the $1.99 super chat. How much Java Moss do you have? Sorry about that, guys. I never even saw those. And then we got Mile High Plecos with the $5 super chat. Oh, Mr. Santa Claus, you missed a super chat. Did you lose your glasses? Oh my gosh, I'd say so. Good grief. Tampa Tom says, do you run CO2 on any of your tanks? That is a great question. I do not, but as of late, I have been upping my plant game big time. Like, just this week, I made 3 more videos of plant unboxings. And then last weekend, whenever I took my plecos to meet Adrian Castillo, he gave me a sack that was full of plants. And then what else? Oh, I bought a really nice, it's like, I can't remember if it was a flame sword, something like that, at my LFS that I really like. But I'm thinking about it. Like, they're not that expensive. Like, I understand the regulators and all that. I worked for a company that did oxygen for quite a few years, so I understand how to work them and do it, and they're not that expensive for what I would need for my little 40-gallon. And yeah, that's a great question though, because I'm thinking about doing it to where I can get like, I've got some dwarf Sagittaria in there that's a carpeting plant, and I've never been able to get any plants to carpet. And I think with CO2 I could probably do that. And I'd really like to do that because if I could get it carpeting really thick, then my plecos won't mess it up. So, yep. Alright, we got a super chat from Mary from RNH20, $9.99. She says, LOL. Did you see this one? I did see that one. Thank you very much, Mary. I appreciate it. Little girl. Thank you very much. Alright. So let's see here. I don't know what happened with the first three. They just zipped up question marks. Uh-oh. Of course he's answering it now. Okay, you guys must have been really making fun of me in the chat. I never did see them until somebody brought it up and said super chats, and then all of a sudden they appeared. Alright. Okay. Jeff is lagging on my end hardcore. Well, I'm watching it live and it's not. Is it lagging for anybody else? So Denny says it's lagging. Snake with braces says, hey Jeffro, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. My side is great. Valley Fish said everything's going good. So maybe on the ones that are lagging, try to hit that refresh. Sorry guys. Yeah, Joel says, not Mary now, just RNH2O. It stands for right now water. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Daryl says lagging a bit. Yeah, it's lagging a bit. A lot of people are saying lagging a bit. I don't really know. I've got my CPU is 50%. Now my live stream health on the YouTube side says low. But all of my stuff on my monitors is showing that I'm good. And I'm watching it on my screen and everything's showing up really good and clear. Crystal clear. It's not lagging. Zero lag in New Zealand, which means it's their connection, yeah. Yep, your face is freezing in funny faces. It's probably not lagging, that's normal, Candy. Oh man. Yeah, but Mike, so whenever I say I'm watching it live and it's not lagging, that means that somebody's getting a good connection, so that must mean that possibly yours is maybe the problem. Like if somebody is watching it and it's not lagging, that means that I'm putting out a pretty good connection to somebody. You know what I mean? So I'm not meaning it as a jerk, like I'm watching it live and it's not lagging. I'm meaning it as I'm putting out a good signal and there's nothing I can do about it. Maybe try to refresh, buddy. And not send me 20 texts in a row because you're mad because it's lagging. I mean, I don't know. I know it's lagging for a lot of people, but yeah. Maybe it wasn't 20 times that he texted me. Yeah, it's pretty close to 20 times. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Who texted you like 10 times? Mikey. Mike. Yeah, he says whoops. Somebody else texted me quite a few. Let's see here. This one I have to go to a different place though. Only a Trevor would do that, yeah. Alright. I got another text that said it's looking great. Maple Street Aquatics says first time here for a live stream. Well, welcome Maple Street Aquatics. Nice to see you here. And we do this on Wednesday and Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So welcome to the live stream. Tonight's live stream is a Q&A. So if you have any questions, I know I'm new to you obviously, so you might not know what to ask me, but that's okay. Let's see here. Punchy says, very slight lag here. Tampa Tom not lagging at all. Lisa Aquatics is in the house. Hey, Jeffro. Stopping in to show love. I'm extremely sick and need to get to sleep. Oh, goodness. Hope you get to feeling better, Lisa. That is sucky. I hate being sick. Some of my videos that have been coming out in the last couple of weeks was during a time when I was sick. And I can remember I had to keep on stopping and like halfway choking. And it was hard during the editing to get that all edited out. Jeremy says, let's talk about how we're getting that low boy to Michigan. Yeah, no doubt. I've never had one before. I'm kind of excited about it. And I wanted to take my time with it and figure out the best place to put it, because I know it's probably going to kind of be an eyesore. So, yeah. Mike says, be right back. Valley Fish says, how many tanks still have room for plants? How many tanks still have room for plants? Quite a few. Basically, I've got 3 aquariums that I'm planting. So I've got the 2 40-gallon breeders in my dining room that have the L182s and the L183s in them. I'm planting those up pretty thick. The L182 tank's getting pretty heavy. And then the L183 tank, it's getting pretty good. And then this 40-gallon breeder over here, I put a picture on Instagram of it the other day, and it's really starting to fill in pretty good. Yeah, Dank brings up a good point. Why not just cough to death in your videos like some do? Yeah, I've wanted to ask him, but I don't want to hurt his feelings, you know. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I've been watching his videos now for probably a couple of months, and every video he coughs really bad in it, so I hope he's okay, that he doesn't have something serious wrong with him. But Lumpy Dog is in the house. What is up, Jeff? Nice to see you, buddy. Devin Peppers is here. What is up? Hey, anything going on in the fish room right now, Jeffro? Any plans? Any plans on new additions? Well, I've got 7 videos going right now. 6 of them are done, except for I have to shoot the intro and the outro for each one of those. 3 of them are plant unboxings, and then I'm doing a little project right now where I'm trying to see, since this was my first year of doing summer tubs, I did buy some heaters the other day, and I've still got my summer tubs going outside, and I'm going to try to see, you know, it got up into the 80s today, like it got up to 90 a few days ago, you know, so the heaters haven't hardly been having to work. But tomorrow and the next day, it's supposed to be down in the low 60s. It's getting 50s overnight. So if I didn't have the heaters in there, my temperatures would be sporadic all over the place, and I really wouldn't be able to keep fish in there. But anyhow, I've still got a little bit of livestock out in there. I'm contemplating on maybe putting these 200 albinos in there for 4 to 6 weeks, because I think that's what I can maybe get. I'm just trying to see how long I can extend my summer ponds. That way next year, I know about the time I can start them, and I know about the time I can stop them, because I've had my summer ponds, most of my livestock pulled in for a month now. And really, I can extend it. You know, some people were talking about how they let theirs go into September pretty late and yada yada yada, and I think I can get close to November, like October, late October. Yeah, so I've got that going on right now. Then I've got this new frag tank back here going right now. I'm going to build a stand for it, try to maybe make room for a couple of 20-gallon longs on the bottom of that, and maybe do a Shelly tank in one of them, like the Lee Laupai species. Try to do that. in a shell dweller tank, and then the other side maybe do some kind of a bristlenose like that I haven't kept yet or something. I've never had the 20 longs, and I think I could do one on one side and one on the other underneath this low boy, and have those back here behind me, starting right there at that 40 gallon and just going across. So it'd be the frag tank up about this high, and then the 20 gallon longs about right here. Have one on one side and one on the other. So for 1 second, YouTube's stream health went up to green, and then it went right back down to red. Nice. Mile High Pleco said, just found more L183 eggs. Let's see if I can manage not to kill them this time. Yeah, no doubt. I got a couple of new breeder boxes. I did do a video on them, but the one thing that I don't like about them is they really don't have enough flow to keep all the junk off of the bottom. But I've got 2 clutches right now, and neither one of them have fungused, and one of them started turning into wigglers today, and the other one I think tomorrow should turn into wigglers. So I haven't completed that video yet, so I can maybe touch on that in the end of that video. John Bedker's here. What is up, John? He says the North Pole. Dank Tank says, say that again. What do I need to say again, Dank? Aqua Balls says, hey, my red Texas cichlid is jumping off the tank. Is there a reason they do that? I've never kept a red Texas cichlid. John Bedker, I believe, has one. He's in the chat. Maybe he would know. Maple Street Aquatics says, where are you located, Jeffro? I am in Iowa, in the U.S. Classy Shoes says, damn, I missed it. No, we're still going. Tampa Tom says, does Jeffro have a pro box we can send all our broke heaters to? A P.O. box. No, I don't. I've thought about that. I just figured that my channel wasn't really big enough to have a P.O. box. Okay, let's see here. Classy Shoe says, hello, Jeffro. Is it worth getting a Phoenix 24/7 planted LED light for a low-tech 20 long? I've never kept the Phoenix LED lights, so I really don't know. A 20 long, I mean, there's some people that they get one light, like John that's here in the chat. He'd have to pipe up and remind me which light his is, but it's got built-in timers, and he has utilized those throughout his whole fish room, and that way he doesn't have to worry about, you know, external timers and stuff. So I started getting those Night Crew lights because they were reasonable on Amazon, and they worked, and they were growing plants, and I liked them. So I just started getting them all the way across my fish room, and then I recently bought this Aquaneat one, and it's growing plants better for me. But I haven't ever kept the Phoenix ones, so I don't know. I know what you're saying, though. Is it too much of a light for a 20 long? And I probably, but I don't know. Let's see here. Congrats on the eggs, though, Mikey. Dank says, any suggestions on feeding the dinner light that you're keeping? Any suggestions on feeding the dinner light that you're keeping? Phoenix light. Any suggestions on fixing the Phoenix light that you're keeping? I don't have a Phoenix light, Dank. Jeremy says, Dank, it's Lilaupi and Lilupi. Yeah, they're two different ones. Thanks for linking my Teespring candy. Do you plan on getting Carradina anytime soon? That's another great point. I do have that in my plans for the future. The only reason why I haven't really done that yet is I really wanted to research them, you know, because whenever I got into my Neo Carradina, I think I really kind of overkilled what I really needed to do for them. I mean, the setups that you really need for them can be a lot simpler than what I was doing, you know, and yeah, you pretty much got to do RO and do all the additives and all that kind of stuff. But I can see myself doing it in the future for sure. It's on my list of things to do. So maybe one of those 20 longs I could do some shrimp, you know, do some crystals. Good question though, because I love them, you know. So yeah, I could definitely do that on one of those 20-gallon longs. Science Gal Aquatics is here. What is up, girl? Nice to see ya. Boom, boom. Let's see here. Mim is here. What is up, Mim? Angelo's Fish Tanks is here. What is up, Angelo? Congrats, Jeff. The Cowboys won. Yeah, I saw that. It was actually a pretty good game. The Giants are always a, you know, a battle. Dank Tank says, you said I've never kept a Phoenix light like it was a fish. Yeah, you bring up a good point there, Dank. I did. Yeah, I've never kept that species of light before. Oh, yep. I did. I sure did. DubRexy21 says, good morning, Jeffro. You say you have too many plecos, sucky fish. We say you don't have enough. I saw that the other day. Somebody was saying, yeah, you need to get more. Like, I think the name of my video was, what am I going to do with all these plecos? And somebody with the YouTube channel named Pleco something said, get more. It's pretty crazy to come in here, though, and see this breeder box with in excess of 100 to 200 baby albinos in it, like, and they are eating like crazy. Like, they eat a bunch. It's like, wow, they're gonna be big before you know it. So I think this weekend I'll go and get the stuff and make this stand and get this tank set up at least, and maybe move those over there to start growing them out. Science Gal Aquatics says, ordering pizza, settling into the chat. Sounds like fun. Okay. Alright, so we're at the bottom of the chat. We're close to the 40-minute mark, so we'll go another 20 minutes or so. Anybody else have any questions for me? Or did I miss any? If you want to copy and paste another one down in there. Devin Pepper says, I think it would make a good series and video content. You could do some Neos versus Carradina content. And are you going to buy the Buse package from Dustin's Fish Tanks? Not right at the moment, I'm not. I would like to get some Bucephalandra though. I love that plant. But I don't have any plans to get it right now at the moment. Boom, boom. Angelo says, I'm good, thanks for asking. Putting a little man to sleep at the moment. Mim says, Jeffro, good luck with it. Thanks, bud. Bottom of the chat, yeah, definitely. Oddball Aquatics is in the house. What is up, girl? Nice to see ya. Susie Q is in the house. What is up, Susie? Hey, all. I just got out of piano lessons. Did I miss a lot? Nope, not too much. Not too much. Angelo's Fish Tank says, when does the low boy get open? I'll probably build the stand Saturday and get it up on there. So Saturday night, whenever the live stream, you guys will know if I got into editing videos and didn't have time to do it, because I've got 7 videos. Actually, Friday night I'm going to do my Pleco versus Jack-o'-lantern for the Halloween video. So I'm going to video that one Friday night, and then I've got 6 other videos on top of that that are pretty much done, that I just got to shoot all the intros and outros for. So basically, Saturday morning I'm going to be sitting in a chair and I'm gonna have 7 videos to shoot my intros and outros for, and then I'll put them all in the computer, and then I'll just start editing them one at a time. So this weekend I really don't need to make a video, so I might not make a video on setting up this lowboy initially. So maybe what I'll do is, if I don't know what I'll do yet, I don't really need a video yet. Jad Orsi says, turkey, stuffing, and veg for dinner, cookies for dessert. Awesome, that sounds good. There's tanks and frogs can suck. Okay. Oh, Dank says his sucks. Yeah, he says that a lot. Dank Tank says, I think my videos suck, but I know my tanks are nice at least. Yep. I think he did a good job on yesterday's video. Mikey says, Jeff, what does your beard smell like? Well, today it kind of smelled like maybe, just maybe, my coconut oil might be starting to go bad. Like, I get a canister. Let's do the beard size chart here. I do a canister about this big. I get it at Walmart, and it's like coconut cream, but only it's not a cream. It's like a Vaseline cream kind of, but it's coconut oil. And you know, oils only last so long, but I go through it so much I wouldn't think that it did, but it kind of smelt a little not fresh today for some reason. I don't know. It didn't smell gross or anything. It just smelled oily today. Maybe I put too much coconut oil on this morning. I don't know. So, let's see here. Yeah. Candy had to put the can't suck. Video was great, Dank. Yeah, it was. Oddball Aquatic says, did you decide what you're doing with the lowboy? I'm still up in the air right now. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not trying to anyhow. I'm just way behind in the chat as usual. It's still up in the air right now, Oddball. I'll probably start it out by maybe growing out some baby plecos. But then again, I kind of want to put those baby plecos out in one of the summer tubs for like 6 weeks or something, you know, and just watch my temps and stuff. So it'll probably be a pleco tank for sure. I've went back and forth with maybe making it a Shelly tank, but I think ultimately I got it for a pleco tank. I'm going to do some kind of plecos in it. I contemplated on maybe doing some kind of a you know, like a community pleco tank. I think those would be cool, but you know, you got to be careful with aggression whenever you're doing a bunch of different species. If you ended up with a bunch of males or something, you know. Plus, we're talking a lot of money. You know, I was thinking about maybe doing a Hypancistris community pleco tank, and Hypancistris plecos for the most part are pretty expensive, so you're looking at a lot of money there too. So I don't know. It's still up in the air. It's probably going to be a pleco tank of some sort. Boom, boom. Mary says, oh, she's talking to somebody else. Do we have to know that? Uh-oh. How? Okay. Q Aquatics asks a great question. How do you get so caught up in videos? Well, first off, I don't, you know, like, I don't have, like, a girlfriend or a wife. Like, I've got boys at home, but like every other weekend, my one son goes to his mom's, and my teenager, he works a lot, and, you know, he has friends and girlfriend, yada, yada, yada. So I've got a lot of time on my hands at night. I got a lot of time on my hands at night, and some weekends I will start in at Friday night after I get done eating supper, and I will just work all weekend long and get like 3 or 4 videos edited. But like the making of the videos is easy to do. It's just pretty much what I do is my channel is fish keeping, you know. So I pretty much video my fish keeping as I go, and then things, you know, pop into my head of, you know, what video to make, and I shoot little short video clips throughout the week. You know, a lot of times, like, some videos are easier to make, like those unboxing videos are really easy to make. You know, they're quick and easy. You just got to shoot a little bit of B-roll with it. But yeah, I used to make videos that weren't to do with fish keeping, and it was a lot harder to come up with content. It was a lot harder to shoot those videos. I'm getting trolled hard on the text tonight, man, big time. But yeah, I mean, to me it's pretty easy because I have a lot of time on my hands at nighttime. Now, I do have 30 aquariums to take care of as well, so it is kind of time consuming. Like tonight, I don't have any time to work on editing or anything like that, because after I get done with this live stream, I really need to go do water changes on the 12 10 gallons and the 2 40 gallons in my dining room. So I don't have any time to do videos, so I usually work on my videos on the weekends. And also, when I'm caught up, like, I really don't have to make any videos this weekend if I don't want to, so I can do other things. But ding ding, oh man, you guys are terrible. You guys are terrible. I can't shut it off. Just kidding. John Bedcrew says chocolate muffins and milk for dinner, pizza for dessert. Heck yeah, man. Get her done. Okay, let's see here. TM Aquatics says, Jeffro, check out Freshwater Aquatics for your L numbers. They just brought in a new Brazil shipment. Stock list with prices should be out next week. Awesome. Let me make a note of that, buddy. I've never ordered from them before, so Freshwater Exotics. I said it, Aquatics, I think. Freshwater Exotics. Thanks, man. Appreciate the info. It's not even lighting up anymore. I think my phone just died. Yeah, Dank. Like I've told you before, it doesn't work. I know how to use my iPhone, but it doesn't silence my text messages. Gotta turn that phone off. Yeah, I know, but they're being jerks tonight, Joel. Angelo's Fish Tank says, gonna put the little man down. I'll catch y'all later. Everyone have a wonderful night. Much love. And the only reason why I don't shut off my phone during my live streams, and Dank and everybody, Mikey, everyone knows this, is because I've got kids that aren't here right now and they need to be able to get a hold of me. This is their only lifeline. So whenever you got kids that are out driving vehicles outside of your house, you have to have your phone on. Well, I've tried the mute and my text messages don't mute. So I can't shut my phone off. Because I've got a 16-year-old son that's out in this town right now, and he's got to be able to get a hold of me. And Dank knows that, and Mikey knows that. Everybody that's been texting me knows that, so they're just, it's okay. It doesn't bother me. I got $3. Corvus says I got $3. So Dank's now saying, LOL, that wasn't Dank. Yeah, right. Anyone want Jeff's number? I'll sell it to you. Yeah, he probably would too. Mikey's just trying to get me because he got real good today. And I'm not going to say what it is, but Mikey got real good today. He got hit hard. he got taught today. Yeah, I knew you didn't feel bad, Tank. Yeah, I can't do that though, Mike. You guys think you're so smart. Like, I know how to work an iPhone, but I cannot silence my text. Like, I've went into the settings, everything. It will not silence. Like, it's probably something wrong with it. Jeff Chambers says, hey Jeffro, didn't you say you liked Aquaneat planted lights? Also, what's my best remedy for tons of greenhouse green hair algae in a fry tank. Tried floaters, but during water changes I suck up tiny fry. Yeah, I've got one Aquaneat light, and I got it about 6 or 7 weeks ago, somewhere around in there. And I really do like it. It does run really hot, and it's not UL rated, so you have to keep that in mind too. The UL rating is really important. That means that the company didn't send it off to have it fire safety tested and all that kind of stuff. So it's a risk if you do buy that light. I mean, at least my Aquaneat light isn't UL rated, but it is doing a good job at growing my plants. But it's kind of it's a risk. And then remedy for tons of green hair algae in a fry tank. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there. Like, I've never really done much. Like, I've got some leopard Danios, and I've got some zebra Danios right now. And the leopard Danios, it's like around the sponge filter, it's just exploded with green hair algae, and off of it, it's like took over the Java moss completely. But I don't want to remove it yet because there's all of that stuff in there for them to eat. So I'm waiting until they get grown out a little bit, and when I remove them, I'll take care of the algae problem. That's what I'm doing with mine. Mine's just a little 10-gallon tank, and what I do with my water changes is I use a submersible, like a submersible pump, and I point the intake to the front of the aquarium, and then I watch it while I'm draining out my water to keep the fry away from it. So I move it back and forth to shoo the fry away, and then I've also got like a little sponge filter on the inside of it. But that's what I do. But yeah, I'm just waiting until they grow out to move them into a different tank, and then I'll have to take that green hair algae out manually. And it just all of a sudden it just exploded. It's just that one tank. So yeah, Mikey says ha ha ha, I got real good today. Yep, he did. Boom boom. Hopefully that answers your question, Jeff. Go back in the settings. Yeah, and another thing that I'm afraid of is I'm really forgetful, so I'm afraid that if I do figure out how to vibrate it or mute it or whatever, I'll forget to unmute it. So then my son will send me a text and I won't get it or something. It's kind of hard when you have kids because you're their only lifeline, really. Like, I guarantee you, I would go on this live stream and I would forget about it. I could start keeping my phone, and the other problem about that is I shut the door right here. So I guess before I went live, I could call my son and I could tell him, if you have an emergency, call my younger son that's here in the house, and I could just keep my phone out of here, because when I was at Jeremy's, I had to keep the phone out away because I knew that that's what would happen. And sure enough, Dank was texting me while I was live with Jeremy, and so I had the phone away to where it wasn't, because I was on Jeremy's live stream. It doesn't bother me any. I mean, nobody's really ever complained. It doesn't bother me any, you know. It is what it is. It's just like, sometimes it's nice to have it too. Like one night I stopped my stream, or I thought I did, and Dank sent me a text and he said, "You're still live, you're still live, you're still live." And that could be a problem if I'm still live and I don't know that I'm live, and I'm in here, derp, 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 those dumb subscribers of mine, or, you know, I'm not going to say that, of course, but it could get kind of serious if you're still going live, and like every once in a while you'll get a text that says something important that you don't know that's going on or whatever, you know. Don't try to help him, he will just get mad. Yeah, that's what I am, Dank. I'm just so angry. And say, as I told you before. Devin Pepper says, have you seen AquaPro's videos of aquascape tips? It was really informative how you should plant Boost and Anubias. I saw the one that he did from the guy from Aquashella, and that one was pretty informative on the shadows. Or with hardscape, you know. I never thought of that before, but if you look at that video when they're talking about it, it's really cool how they set it up for the shadows to show. But they're pros, you know. Tampa Tom says, yeah, and if you lose it on silent, all you can do is walk around looking stupid yelling, hey Siri. Yeah. Jeremy says Dank was texting like a little schoolgirl. Allison Chains is here. What is up, Allison? Welcome to the live stream. Liking your new emoji. Inler. Yeah, Dank says he saved my life. He really did, because I did not know nothing. I did not know that I was still going live. I guess I double clicked the button or something, and I was still live, and Dank was like, you're live, you're live. I mean, he was really emphatically, you're live, dude. It really did save me. Joel says, it's simple. I just keep my kid in Vicky's belly. Yep. Yep, that's one way of doing it, Joel. That's the only time that they're safe, too. Gosh, 2 years ago, like right now, my son was still in intensive care, my 16-year-old, and it was so scary. You know, now I'm always listening to the scanner, you know, just worried. You worry about your kids. I didn't as bad until he was in his accident. And then you're sitting there thinking, you know, he was being safe too. He was a safe driver. It was someone else. It was someone else's fault. And that's what you have to worry about. It's like, ay. Mary says, that's why you're number one, Dank. Devin Pepper says, yep, that's the video I was talking about, Jeffroz shadows and all that. I was like, duh, but I never thought of it before. I had never thought of that either. You know, I've never claimed to be a very good aquascaper. I mean, about the biggest thing that I've ever really done whenever it comes to aquascaping is research my plant. Is it a background, midground, foreground? You know, those kind of things, to where when they grow out, you don't have all your background plants in the front and you can't see everything else, you know. And then your low light plants, like I've got a Anubias Nana Petite in this 40-gallon, and I've kind of got it tucked under, like I've got a big thing of Java moss at the top that kind of creates a shadow. So there's a little bit of light that gets to it, but it doesn't require a lot of light. So, but then some of your stem plants that do require more light, I've got those out to where they get direct light, you know. Some of your plants that do require more light. So I've thought of those kind of things, but like on a hardscape, I never thought about the shadowing and all that. But Mike's video on that was really cool whenever he was kind of talking to that guy about that one really nice, and it ended up being like a 200-gallon tank. And that tank to me didn't look like a 200-gallon tank, but I love the footprint of that tank too. David Ulrich says, what's your favorite shrimp? Dank says Black Rose, and his are Amanos. I wouldn't say Black Rose is my favorite shrimp. I really, favorite shrimp that I've got maybe would be like my Fantasy Blue Dreams or like my black shrimp. But like there's a lot of really cool Caridina species out there that I'd like to get a hold of. David Ulrich says, I just started with cherry shrimp. Yeah, I've got some Fantasy Blue Dreams, and I tried to post a video last night of how good they've taken off, and they're really nice. And I like those because they're a straight line, and they really produce the same shrimp every time. It's not, you know, my black tank, I have to cull quite often. Like I just pulled a tiger striped one out of it last night, you know. Mile High Pleco says, I like shrimp that breed. Yep. John Bedker says, get the L075 Pleco for the low boy. My all-time favorite pleco. I don't even know that I'm even familiar. Is that the Yellow King Tiger? Because at this LFS that I went to the other day, he had some Yellow King Tigers. I guarantee I'm gonna like it. Maidenhead, no. So it's wow, Pleco Para Pleco, Peko Tiaya Sabaji. Man, I can't say that one. So it's a Para Pleco. Arizona Aquatic Gardens. So it's a Para Pleco is like the common name. That is a nice Pleco. So I'm not seeing what subspecies it comes from. Very nice pleco though, John. I knew I'd like it. Mikey pipes up. It's para pleco. Oh my gosh, guys. So we're at the hour mark. I'm sorry, but tonight is the night that Dan goes. I was really having fun here too. Dan's Fish is going live right after me, so if you guys could head over there. We are at the hour mark. Let me take one more here. Bluefish Aquatic says, any problem with pregnant guppies dying giving birth? I never have had any of those problems, so I really don't know what to tell you to do either, because I haven't had that issue. Adrian Castillo says, have to buy some of your shrimp next time you're around. Sounds good. I've got the Fantasy Blue Dreams are going really good. I've got a bunch of the blacks, and then my red line is pretty nice, the one in here. It's pretty nice. Devin Peppers, Jeffro, you should save some space for Fry from Dean, because maybe you could get some green Ancistrus Generation 1 or 2 from him. I think he's got the gold ones, actually. I don't think they're green. I think he's got the gold. That would be cool. It's like a gold one. They might be calling them green Ancistrus, but I was thinking that they were calling them the gold, and they're not really described yet either, if that's the same ones that I'm thinking of. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. Make sure and come in tomorrow for tomorrow's video, and I can't remember what it is. Let's look at that real quick. I'll tell you what tomorrow's video is, where you guys can check it out. I know it's a pleco video, but I can't remember what it was. I think it's a pleco video. That's why I have to look it up, because I don't want to tell you guys wrong. Tomorrow's video is... So tomorrow is the 20th. Okay, so tomorrow's video is pleco versus sweet potato. I forgot all about that. It turned out pretty good, so make sure and stop by tomorrow for pleco versus sweet potato. It's an awesome little video. And make sure and come back here Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll hang out. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the week.